it. It's been speaking to me. Okay, you didn't have to start while I was asking her about her sweater.
It would have been. I was hoping that she gave you a response. Like,
I was really hoping she gave me a response too.
But her mic is muted.
Dirty. Oh, okay. So now
it's from a lady, so you can't have it.
The one
I can borrow. No, we cannot do that.
Boy, oh boy.
That was terrible.
All right, brethren.
Miss Grace, I gave you your full name today. Don't worry.
Miss Gray.
Not Macy Gray.
The who's about?
Oh man!
Why would you do that in the middle of my performance?
Funny.
This is a serious job, Don.
He's her Joe Jackson.
This is what the people come for.
Episode 7. We are back. Hit that like button. Let me not. But for real though, like every episode on YouTube, subscribe.
Not even this one. Every episode.
Every one of them.
Yeah.
Even those snippets, the shorts, like everything. Go down the line, like everything. We've seen a lot of comments on the Instagram apparently. So go over there if you want. Go over to the TikTok. Go over to the YouTube. Stream the whole episodes wherever we are. That's
you guys did a lot better this time around.
Yeah. Like we're on Spotify podcast, we're on Apple Podcasts, we're on Pandora, on iHeartRadio.
We reached 115 streams. I'm very proud of us.
Wow. And that's also with the 50 plus that we've been getting on most of the episodes, and then the 30 on the last one, I think. But it's only been a week. I'll give you some time. I'm giving you time to redeem yourselves. Apparently people love Don and Grace. So we're gonna feed you guys a little bit more of them because every time Grace says something or Grace gives Don a look, and every time Don says something, those videos get a lot of views. So we're gonna keep feeding y'all them for a little bit. OJ made it back. Drink some Bissy tea, sir. Make sure you drink some good tea. All right.
You want some snatcher gin?
What? I don't even want to know what that is. We're not gonna talk about it. All right. I was gonna tell Grace to say again, but she had her finger in her juice, so we're gonna act like that didn't happen. Grace, question of the day. It's only
gotta know.
Wait, you missed it.
That's it.
No, do it again. For the people.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Who's about?
Did he stutter on the duh? He stuttered on the duh. All right, Grace. Question of the day. Let's get this kicking.
So the question of the day, people, is marriage a bigger commitment than having a child? Dun dun dun. Anyone would like to answer?
I don't know, man. But I feel like having a child is forever. The marriage,
like having a child is
forever as well.
Said having a child is
you could
forever?
pop those. No, I feel like people just like pop kids out. Like
but you could end the marriage quicker than
you can end a child's life.
You can raise a child. You can raise a child by yourself.
Divorce won't get you sent to prison.
You can't do a marriage by yourself.
Understood, but at the end of the day, I just feel like the children will be there forever.
No.
Whether it's
children are there for.
Why you can't do a marriage by yourself?
But you could put a child. How are you gonna do a marriage by yourself? Make 2 and 2 make 4 there.
What did you say? What did you say, Grace? Could you say that one more time in the mic, please?
You can marry yourself.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you said something.
What you thought she said? Awkward.
Here's what I'll say. I would say marriage is supposed to be a bigger long-term commitment. Children are supposed to be a bigger short-term commitment. Most people you're supposed to get married to stay together forever, but most people nowadays get married because they like that person at the time and say, okay, this is what I'm gonna do right now. And then when they get tired of them, they get divorced and move on. But you're supposed to be married forever. You're not supposed to get married for a short time. You're supposed to get married, even that making good situation. Exactly. Even that Megan Good situation, she was like, my whole life. I know, twice. Getting Grace twice. But Megan Good was like, Megan Good was like, oh, every relationship I was in, I thought it was just for now. But then when she got with
Go ahead.
Carry on.
when she got with what's his name? Devin Franklin.
Devon.
She was like, oh, this is the first time where I thought it was gonna last forever. And it was like, no, every marriage is supposed to last. You don't get married to get divorced. Divorce is a long, tedious process that take mad money. Who gets married with the intention of getting divorced? So kids, like I think it was Davon said, it's supposed to be until they're grown enough to go on their own. Yes, they will always be your kids, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I feel like marriage should be more of a long-term commitment, and kids should be more of a short-term commitment. But I feel like you got to put the same amount of work into both, because if you raise terrible kids, you're trash too. You and your kids both trash. So yeah. Maybe I could have a different perspective, but that's me.
I think I agree with you, because as I said, marriage supposed to be forever. So like that is like a huge commitment. Like I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with you. Like I have to deal with the ups and downs. I have to deal with, like it's not just always good. It's not always, the best thing. There's gonna be bad days. Like, how do you have to deal with somebody who you're supposed to love on a bad day? Like, go on to people who like me, but like if you throw me off, I'm like get out of here. But you have to stay grounded and be like, this is like what marriage is. This is what I committed myself to. So I gotta do this.
Yeah.
Kids know, like as I said, that's the next ball field, because if you get some bad breed pitney, then
but like low key, that's on the parents. Like if you raise some trash,
you need
kids,
to beat them.
I think it's only 50% on the parents.
You don't need to beat kids. You don't need to.
Beating, I do not forget.
I've never been beat before.
Hey, I never got beat once, and I'm one of the nicest people
ever. You, and now you need it.
Now you need some lashings.
I don't need no beatings. I was
some lashings.
Look, it was a look. I got the look, and I said, I'm going to sit down.
That's it, right?
I got a look too, but I got some licks as well.
I got pinched. I got pressure point.
No, Grace.
Pressure point.
Day would have beat you. Like,
I mean, up to this
day, would I still beat Grace? Like sometimes
coming out your mouth.
I'm like, Grace, you need a belt. Like we need to hang up a belt.
Oh my god! Yes,
a whole belt.
A good lashing.
What are we doing?
The way you be cussing people.
Yeah, knowing you should have get lashing up until you move out. 2015, lashing up until the day.
Knowing Grace now make me know like the kind of child she was. Like Grace was a rude child.
Let's see.
I was a good child.
He knows.
Yeah, you were a good child.
You were
Davon Blackwood.
Because they had beef.
Davon Blackwood.
I have something in my teeth.
Grace,
I'm just
don't even try.
Okay, but make the record
because y'all wasn't even friends. Y'all wasn't even friends. So
your teeth is not that deep to be cleaning.
Y'all not even friends.
I just want to let you know that Grace had 2 ponytails that hang down low on a Sunday.
Yes.
But Monday to Saturday they hung up high. Hey, man.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry for you.
That's funny.
And I strongly believe you, Davon. Strongly.
She was bad until she was hula dancing.
Didn't get along for majority of our childhood.
And do you see how
never had my back?
Corroborating your story was fake? You just tried to be fake for the public.
Thank you so much.
Watch out.
That is bad.
No, we're gonna put a clip of Grace being rude, or a picture of
We're gonna put up her dance video.
That's what I just said, yeah.
See how good she was.
Y'all are horrible. What I would say is like, if marriage, you're marrying an adult. You're supposed to be like, yes, adults do change, but adults change a lot less than kids. So it should be a bigger commitment raising your kids for the first stretch. If you get married for the first 18 years of your marriage and the first 18 years of your kid's marriage is both very important times, but like low key, if you raise more trash people, like that's just bad for the whole world. Like if your marriage is bad, like yes, you don't want it to be bad, but if you raise trash kids and then they raise trash kids, you're just causing a whole world of just trash. So like I don't know, maybe it's just me. Like I feel like you got to put more effort
but you know
but you got to put the same into your marriage.
Yeah, you know what to it's like, you know, you say 18 years, they have one child, but then if you have 2 kids and they have 3 kids,
It's
and they
like
have
a
to deal with
never-ending cycle.
like all of
It's
this,
never-ending.
then nah. And then what also is that each time, like most people who are married and have kids always say kids change marriage, like change a whole ball ground of this, you know,
They
marriage
change
thing.
marriages
So,
and the way you parent. Like the more kids you have, the more lenient you are with how you parent.
Right.
So like there's 4 of us. It's stricter and more leniency as you get down the line.
It's true. No, it's true.
And it's a big gap for the 4 too, because your youngest sister like 14, right? Like 13. So you got that big like 20-year gap in between the 2.
Oh yeah, Kayla have the worst gap.
Kayla's gap is deep. Okay.
Kayla have
mine's 11 years.
Like a plane flight.
20. It's like 20 years.
Well, yeah, with Letitia and
my oldest sister and my youngest sister.
Yes.
There's a big gap.
Well, I just feel like my dad is dead jokes because I had my sweet 16 and then he was like, "Oh, you're having a baby brother." I was like, "Oh, great."
Yeah.
Big jokes.
Yeah, like, I think that's
gotta
like
love
the
them.
only...
They'll love my 3 little ting bangs.
That's like the biggest.
What's 3?
You should 3 younger brothers.
It's 3 brothers.
Yeah.
So like it's...
Oh yeah, the baby. Oh, the baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
My baby.
What you say, Grace?
Kayla, did he ever pencil you in?
Actually, let me just give y'all the backstory of that. So I called my brother TJ on his lovely iPad, and he had sent me a TikTok like 30 minutes before. So I called him. I was like, "Hey, how are you? How's school?" He was like, "Good." I was like, "Okay, like, what are you doing?" He was like, "I'm watching TikTok. I would have hoped you assume that because I just sent you one." So I said, "Oh, excuse me. Do you want me to call you back in an hour? Can you pencil me in?" And yeah, he never called me back. So. He's only 8. Let the record show. My
boy TJ.
And that's the oldest brother.
Shout out to him. He's very smart.
Not gonna give a crap about you. He gonna be like,
he's very smart.
if this he learning from this one, nah, he gonna be like,
he's
who?
Very smart.
Yeah, that is funny. But like Don is the only one. OJ, you have siblings. And then D, you have siblings.
He said no.
It's a big gap. Big gap.
I have no siblings.
I have siblings that.
Oh yeah.
Look at Grace.
Wait, look at Don.
He's looking like
I don't know.
You're a twin
somewhere across the world.
I must say you're a twin. So we're gonna talk about the twin.
Unfortunately.
We're talking about the twin. That's who we're talking about.
You
knew who
I got like 10
was
more
getting at. We know, but we were getting at the twin, and you knew because everyone else has gaps, and you are right next to your twin.
Unfortunately,
you knew that.
Sure.
I'm about to say he gonna be a guest.
Come off to the people that might.
He gonna be a guest. He gonna be a guest on the pod next week, yo.
No problem. No. See me. You know.
Oh man, and then you got Davon with 2 older. You guys are each like 3 years apart, right?
No, Nathan is 6 years older than me. Dana's 4 years older than me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're the youngest.
I never realized that.
Yeah, my sister's.
I actually thought Dana was younger than you. As in, not a fade. Not fade.
You're calling me an old man?
No, I'm not saying that. I just thought so.
No, because that really almost took me away.
I just
the way your lip just went.
Yo, it's just a swung.
Oh man.
Please play that back in slow motion.
No, but wait. You see, wait.
That is
Kayla, think about it now, but OJ and Draylan, like with Yana and Draylan, like your brother and it would have kind of be like that because Ben just take this long break and just say, all right, pop. I got my child.
Like a lot of parents do that. They just be like, they just take
same thing like
breaks.
Kayla, 16.
You
like,
know that TikTok? Are you new here? Are you new here? Like, yeah.
Every parent does it. Take
no,
a nice
honestly,
little
because like
hiatus.
OJ literally could have been, Jalen friend, but no. But yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, my cousin was 20
Andrea
when they decided to have my last cousin. So she was turning 18 and she graduated from high school and they was like, all right, let's have another one.
Oh, at least they were like planned.
Who?
It's the worst when they're like not planned and they're like,
you know what it is?
You made
a lot of times
mistake there.
I don't know. I'm not saying it's this situation, but a lot of times people realize like we're about to have empty nest and I don't feel for an empty nest yet. Let's have another one now. And it's like, why? Because
I beg God don't make me feel so.
Yeah. I'm trying, I don't want to wait too long, but like I'm trying to like have them all out while I'm still spry. Like
I just want
I'm not trying to be 80 years old talking about they just leaving the house. Like, nah.
I want the record to show that when I was younger, I wanted to have a child in at least every country. I wanted my seed to be spread all about.
You really need to stop talking.
I come down.
Wait. You would want to conceive them in a different country, or
no, like have a different woman in each country.
That don't make sense. You could just have
concubines
take her to give birth in a different country.
Then I came down and
remember,
I said,
he's the same one, guys. He doesn't know NBA young
apparently.
Boy,
I would have wanted
now he want to spread his seed across the world.
And had 75 kids. This is when I was younger. But then
yes, we're interrupting you at this point.
Calm down.
We're interrupting
out 75 kids.
Listen, there is a man in China who have, I think they said like Chinese? 400 kids.
Please.
I don't want to hear that because China, they majority of the time is like after you have one kid, it's like no more. Like no way he got 400 kids.
But now I'm only at 12, so that's not too bad.
12.
As you go along in life,
that
12 will drop down into 6, and then that 6 will drop down into 4.
Like minimum, I want to.
Because what kind of math are you doing?
5 is a good number.
Did I do the wrong math?
I like odd numbers when it comes to kids. I need them to
me too.
Their own problems.
I was 3. 4 right now is a little iffy. There's 2 middle kids.
I just need them to figure out their own problems. I don't like when it's like 2 against 2. No, it needs to be 2 against 1 so that
it
the majority rules. And
now
you have to go do something.
Well, I was the only child for a very long time, so
I just want when I get old for my children to take care of me. That's all.
That means you gotta have a girl at some point because
they
always say the guys don't want to take care of the kids.
2 girls.
That's not true. I have a lot of geriatric fit patients. Guys, if you train them right, you give them the right resources, they'll do good.
For the 9 months, I carried you.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, Grace and Don kids, their name is Martin and Martina.
Looking for not them quitting the show.
Yeah, that's funny.
And they're gonna have twins.
Oh, they're almost guaranteed to have twins.
Yeah.
I'm calling
maybe
it.
It's right there.
Maybe they'll be the one to have
Grace,
5 at one time.
I'm gonna push out 2 sets, Grace.
Oh my God, Grace.
She gonna be
I declare it on the podcast. Let this podcast show the record.
No, let it be known that we in this podcast will not be around Grace. Not
whenever she get pregnant, she is officially off the podcast. She will not be welcome.
Be around.
So guys, it's no beef if y'all see we and Grace not around.
If you didn't see us,
you just can't be around her. Yeah,
it's still love, but she don't have no behavior now.
Watch your front.
Barely.
Barely.
Donovan looks stressed already.
I'll be at work.
Oh my God.
Money half a minute. 4 kids is not easy to take care of. You can't nurse and be pregnant with quadruplets.
No, low-key D too though. Lowest
no, D is gonna be actually
D about to be the most miserable one out of all.
She's gonna sleep from
it's too hot.
To nice.
That's why I'm not going to be a bother.
She gonna cuss by her
elbows. And then you're gonna wake up and call
No. D not gonna sleep.
It's too hot.
D gonna be up.
She's gonna
It's
say, I want the
be
empanada from
opposite.
Puerto Rico. Please, let's go fly. And I'm
Be
like,
up, she gonna be moving about the place. She gonna be fixing this and
no,
that.
she's not gonna move. She's not gonna move. She's gonna call us to get the food. And if we don't come, I mean, pure cussing.
Yeah, we gotta get one of them button there with the old people them get when them have an emergency.
Call bells.
And I can't get out.
She gonna say, OJ.
Lasco and conflict.
Yeah, nah.
Lasco and conflicts.
No, I feel bad for Kayla because she's not gonna like bananas and her life is gonna die.
And I hope she don't like it for the rest of her life afterwards.
No, I won't go that far. I won't go that far.
No, D, that's dragging it.
D, we were at the gym.
Her whole life.
We were at the gym today, me and D, right? And the guy was like, "Oh, like what kind of smoothies do you like?" I was like, "Mango and bananas." He was like, "Oh, interesting."
Yeah.
I would never wish that on her because I actually like bananas too. But like
Kayla
that,
takes it to a different
extreme, nah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Bananas on pancakes is just a big no. Just want to
inside.
Have you tried it?
Inside. They put it inside. I think one time they put it inside a waffle. Are you about to talk about Miami? Go ahead. Tell them.
I sick and tired of banana.
Whatever. So we was in Miami. Right?
Yo, but I'm not gonna lie. There's only one.
What's part two?
Part two.
You know what? I'm so sorry.
Part two.
Yeah, wait. We
apologies.
think that not here, so I'm just stuck.
It's delayed. It gotta be delayed.
Go on.
No. Go okay. We want to hear about Miami.
That Miss D. No, so we was in Miami, right? And we had just finished coming from a function. And our hotel was placed right next to an IHOP. Like we could just walk. Anyways, so we go in. Mind you, it's late at this point. We go in. I'm like, oh, can I get bananas? Yeah. Can I get bananas with my pancakes? The lady was like, sure, no problem. So everyone orders their food, and we get back to our hotel room. And I looked inside of the container, and it was inside the pancakes, not like on top like the usual people.
No, let's stop. She's downplaying
beautiful.
it. Kayla bawled. When I say she bawled, I mean big tears.
It was because of
her eyes as she's cutting the pancake. Like, this is the best day in Miami. I said, Kayla, this is day 3. What are you talking about? We're here for a week. Like, I don't care if we eat anywhere else. Okay.
Yeah.
Break time.
And then we went to this Cuban spot. This is off topic. We went to this Cuban spot. And
talk about plantains.
Jesus, pace.
Yeah,
nice. Yeah, green.
We have to do.
It wasn't green. It was the sweet plantain.
It was the sweet ones. What are you talking about?
You should know, Caleb.
Davon, do you like banana fritters?
Yes.
Okay.
So good.
But
no, Kayla will hide a whole pan. Don't
a whole pan.
No, she will really be like, okay, I will take it home.
Okay.
Don't worry.
What's better, banana fritters or saltfish?
Saltfish.
No.
But I think I still like banana better.
But if you fry them too hot,
I think I have.
No, someone made a sausage fritter. Me Christ.
Not someone, it's someone. Can't
Yes.
call it. She need the publicity.
No.
I would like to make a concoction.
No.
That I think will work very well.
Banana saltfish fritters.
Banana saltfish.
I had it.
fritters.
It's good. It's good. I'm telling you.
I think that's too much.
I think you're really gonna run.
Who's gonna text our fritter person?
No, I think that's too much.
I eat some banana.
You got a fritter connect? I'm weak. You got a fritter
We do
connect?
actually.
Oh yes.
Shout out to
Tell her to
Here
make
at the
some
God
sausage runs for
tidings, we
tomorrow.
have everything.
Tell her to make some sausage runs for Sunday.
Yeah.
I think
we drink smoothies now only. We drink smoothies only on Sunday.
Yeah, man.
No.
I wanted to green something the other day, and it did energize,
Yeah,
You can have a smoothie fritter.
Like I could
That's
preach
good.
2-3
Yeah.
messages long.
Don't judge me, guys. Well, it's not judge worthy.
We're gonna judge you, so go ahead.
Yeah, ever had the strawberry banana smoothie from Panera?
No. Too expensive.
I had their green smoothie. Nice.
The green one. I want to try that one next, but it's expensive. It's like $7 for like the.
You get the green. If you don't add like banana in it, it tastes too green. But when they add the banana in it, I had them put a cup of banana.
The booties are rich. They go to Panera.
I don't get why telling somebody.
I want you all
rich,
to know
they
we
get
are
upset.
very broke.
I don't want to hear that.
Shut up
Grace is a
before
whole
God
nurse.
make you broke for
Bro.
children.
Grace is a whole nurse.
Yo,
We're
I
not
be
putting
telling
that out
her
in the
she
atmosphere.
keep saying it, and God gonna make sure broke.
We can't afford a
Take
real
every
ring
dollar out
light,
your account.
okay? We have to use this.
She got a cereal bowl light. What's that? Oh,
Okay. We are broke.
oh yeah, weak. No, I
You
can't.
called it a
just
cereal
over
bowl light.
that.
I'm over you.
Jesus have mercy.
Yo, y'all are annoying, yo.
All right.
But
So,
when you get, sorry.
go ahead. Finish.
No. I was gonna ask because Auntie Lolo, she makes them like a actual circle, and then our other fritter person, she makes it like thick,
Like
and
a pear?
like-
Oh.
No, I need mine to be pancake size, like flat.
no.
That's how my mom make
And
it.
yeah,
So
that is
Lolo.
fritters.
But drain out the aisle, man. Some people just
Yes,
leave too
I-
much
Yo,
oil.
Grace
in
be
there.
No.
getting off.
Ross,
no.
Mommy drain out the oil. 'Cause
No,
if
you
it's
gotta-
too oily, make my belly run, man.
Make it oily, and then before you eat it, you take paper
You
towel and
have to-
then you squeeze it out, and then you
Well,
eat
no,
that.
but she
that is
drain
nice.
it.
But seeing the oil still makes me want to gag.
But you
No,
eat
but
New York
when the
pizzas.
person fry it, they need to put the napkin there. Let it the
New
oil.
York
The oil
pizza
soak
is
out
just as
and put it in
bad.
the oven for about 5 minutes. Make it crisp.
Yeah, that's what mommy do.
Hey, glory
And
to
let
God.
it-
I felt like in my
Mhm.
belly button. Hey, glory.
Yeah, let me tell her to make some fritters.
Hallelujah.
We have
was
good
cooked to my
ripe
belly.
banana downstairs. I
Grace,
can-
what about New
yeah.
York pizzas? You eat those?
Sunday sound good.
Nice to eat.
Y'all not getting none of the fritters. I want y'all to know.
I will be coming to your house. So.
This is for me.
We know where
Shane,
you
you all the way over there, so
I have to pass
Sorry
you on
for
the
you.
way home from where I'm going this weekend. So just make sure
sorry
Sunday
for you.
there is some ready for me.
Sorry for your
Sorry,
fault.
Kayla eat them already. Sorry.
Yeah.
For you.
Moving on. First story of the day.
Okay, boo.
First story of the day. It's nice and juice.
It's kept going.
I'm still gonna say what I want to say because I really don't care about the first story of the day. I'm gonna say what I want to say. Auntie Lolo need to make my blasted fried dumpling. I want my fried dumpling.
Oh,
Okay.
yes,
Now you
yes,
can
I
go
will
to the
agree.
first story
I will
talking to me?
agree.
of the day.
Yes.
Are you talking to me?
If I don't
talking
get
to
no dumpling, me
I'm sorry.
and you.
I'll have her make it for convention. A pan.
Yeah. That's nice.
For
That's
when?
nice.
Sorry for who don't come
For
for convention.
convention.
For Saturday
Sorry
morning.
for you, Davon. You won't be there.
He's coming.
Say that.
Okay.
I'm still waiting for my panna dumpling. Speaking of which, I am waiting for my panna dumpling.
You're not about to put my mom on
No.
the Big Good
Oh,
podcast.
no, he taught me dumpling, and I was coming from a dumpling them, and I know he taught the dumpling them before we reached.
Eat them
When I
all.
reached church, it was a empty porridge ban
When was that?
and a square plastic
When was
container
that?
with one fritter leaf. I don't remember
No.
when it was, but no, evil.
No,
That's
it's
what you get.
evil.
So back to what I was saying.
First
All
story.
right, so Zach, now.
First legend. First story of the day. There was an incident at one of our most frequented malls, Bridgewater Mall in New Jersey. There was an incident where this black kid and a white kid were in a spat, an argument, because I think they said the white kid was bullying the black kid. And the black kid got up and was like, "You're not about to talk to me like this." Like, no. So he got back in the other guy's face. They start arguing, blah, 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 blah. And then they swung on each other. And then the cops ran over to break up the fight and pinned the black guy down on the floor, handcuffed him, blah, 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 while they just sat the white kid on the chair and left him on the chair to go after the black kid when the black kid was just defending himself. So what's the guy's name? The light-skinned guy? The one that make
John
he's
King?
like the,
Oh yeah,
Sean King. He got the video, posted it on social media, and everyone's up in arms because it's like, yo, how do you just go after the black kid when they're both in a fight?
Right. And let the record show when they got there, when the two cops got there, mind you, they're not even mall cops, they're like regular PD. When they got there, the white kid was on top of the black kid. Like, of course, you know, if the black kid was at the bottom or at the top, it'd have been a whole different situation. Oh my God, you're at the top. Like, no, they found the white kid at the top and they was still like going at it.
Yeah, they pulled him
As soon
off.
as you had to physically pull off the
Yes,
white kid.
they pulled him off, sat him down on the couch, and
Sat
then
him
went to the
down
black
kindly.
kid, pinned him down.
Knee on his neck, everything.
Yeah, It wasn't on his neck, but it was close. Like it was right on his shoulder. It was like right on his shoulder. And then they handcuffed him, and everyone's like, "What?"
And the white kid did not get handcuffed.
No, he just sat on the couch. So then,
no, but you know,
yeah, go ahead.
No, what I'm saying, what can't that and but wait, what I'm
good.
Yo, what I'm saying is like in the video, you can see clearly that the black kid, he wasn't like trying to fight or anything. He was already down on the floor, and then the other cop came in and kneeled down. Like, come on, he's already like he's not fighting.
That's my thing.
Nothing. He's just lying there, letting you guys do whatever. Why do you think it's okay to on top of him already being, you know, whatever? Then you're gonna kneel down. Like, come on.
And then the white kid literally got up from the couch. The white kid literally got up from the couch and like was looking at them like, yeah, like basically he wanted to say like
that's go ahead, Don, because then I'm about to get rowdy. Go ahead.
I would just like to say, we're not mall cops. Okay?
She wasn't talking about you. She said it wasn't a mall cop.
No.
You are a mall
speak
cop.
for all of them. I speak for all of them.
What are you called?
All right. Okay.
What do you call it?
Mall security.
Security professionals.
Mall security.
Okay, we're security professionals.
Okay, well, they were not security professionals. They were Bridgewater PD.
My thing is that
well appreciated.
It's what really infuriates me is the white kid in the back, like, yeah, that look at what happened.
Exactly.
That would have riled me up, because if me walking past, and I frequently go to this mall, me walking past, I would really want to sneak this kid, because why would he have the audacity? And why would the officers think that's okay?
It was like he pointed his finger in the black boy's face. That's automatic fighting words. Like, you ain't
really, it is.
But that's automatic fighting words. Like, come on.
I think the worst part about it too is that the people that recorded the video were like, what are you doing? Like, it's because he's black. There's only way, because both of them were in the fight. How you just gonna arrest the one? It's because he's black. And the cops were just sitting there, and they knew it.
Yeah, and they don't have nothing to say,
because they didn't even say put the camera away. They were just like, that we're caught.
Yeah, they took the L on that one. Literally.
They just were caught. So they just picked up the kid and walked off. They're like, we're caught. That's it. Because at that point, what could you do? You
arrest the other kid. You take them both.
But I'm saying, like, you can't defend yourself talking about, oh no, he was the dangerous one. No, he was on the bottom of the fight. Right. It's not he didn't want to fight the kid. He had to, because he was in his face the entire time. Yeah. So they were at the bottom. He was at the bottom of the pile. Like, I'm not saying he was losing the fight, but it looked like he was for sure. Like, he could have definitely swung on him, but he probably saw the cops coming and was like, "Yo, I'm done for. Let me just sit down here."
But regardless, like,
but even if the cop had went ahead and arrested the white child, after everybody was saying, yo, what are you doing? It would have looked bad on them, like, oh, you're just arresting the white child because you don't want it to look bad that you were literally just taking the black kid.
No,
like,
but everybody there saw.
So at that point, like, even if they were to arrest the white child,
at that point, you still would have to arrest.
You still would do it, but then it would hit them again. Like, you only took the white kid because you didn't want a harder backlash. Just
they was gonna get backlash regardless. Either way, but it would have been better if they still arrested, because you literally walked out of there. You knew you did wrong. You looked at everyone recording. You said, I did wrong, and still walked. You could have either uncuffed him and left him there and said, all right, we did wrong. We just about to leave it at that and just write it as a warning, or we're going to arrest you both, and we're going to put you both in the back of the car, and we're going to move it on like that, or we're going to take you both outside, and we're going to ban you from the mall. That would have been the only 3 courses of action, and they did the wrong one.
They did the wrong one, and like, no shame, because like the least you could have done was like put out, I don't know if they put out like a statement after, or a statement or something like that, but like,
I want to know what the mall is gonna do about the person, you know.
No, they're both banned for 3 years or something like that. From
the kids.
You should have never banned the black kid, because he was just defending himself. Like, literally, you can watch the video. The kid was in his face, and he's just like, bro, So then he stood up. He was like, yo,
security director is just trying to cover himself.
Of course, because if you only ban the white kid, it's gonna look bad on you. And if you only ban the black kid, it's gonna look even worse.
Absolutely. So he just does both. Right.
I'm like, yo, that was just the dumbest thing, because it's like, how could you do that? How could you really look at the kid and go, you're the problem here? Like, he clearly was attacked.
Right.
Like, he's there defending himself, and everyone has it on camera. Everyone has it on camera. You didn't ask anybody around them. You just walk in, pull the white kid off, and then arrest and handcuff the black kid. And the worst part about it, it's in Jersey. Like, right. Jersey, granted, Jersey's one of the most racist states. Don't let Jersey fool you. We up in the north. Jersey's racist. Like, it's one of the most racist states. So the fact that it was in Jersey is not surprising, but it's still surprising because it's in North Jersey. North Jersey is supposed to be the most progressive. Central. It's that's north. Y'all are south north. Like, y'all are the south of the north. So I'm like, yeah, it's just wild to me, because it's like, nah, how you just
but it definitely shocked me.
Ask no question. Yeah.
When I saw, because I first saw it on Sean King's page, and then like everybody else after that, I was definitely shocked. I was like, Bridgewater, like that's right, like that's right there.
Yeah, you were the one that sent it to me.
Yeah,
them
like,
cops
Bridgewater
need to lose their pension.
So they released a statement on Bridgewater Police released a statement on Facebook that just says, we're aware of the video on social media of our officers stopping a fight in progress at the Bridgewater Commons Mall, which I didn't know it was at Bridgewater Commons. I thought it was at Woodbridge.
No, that's what
we recognize that this video has made members of our community upset and are calling for an internal affairs investigation. The officers were able to respond quickly to this incident and stop it from escalating because of a tip we received from the community. We have requested that the Somerset County Prosecutor's Office assist us in the matters and are requesting patience as we strictly adhere to New Jersey Attorney General's internal affairs directive. They have nothing to say, really. Yeah. There's no apology to the parents.
They didn't hear that from no community.
Nothing.
No.
They probably got a call, but
yeah, because it looked like they were arguing for a while. My thing is, how they get there fast enough. That's the one thing that the mall I think the kid told him.
I don't think so.
No, that day, the 14th. Who did?
They hired cops. They hired cops for that property.
They did.
Okay.
My just happens to work there, so they did. Hire cops, but the Bridgewater Police Department is actually fairly close to the actual mall.
I'm like, they got their
that is also true.
They are. So
the second the tussle started,
they on payroll with the mall, so they're supposed to be on. That's how they know.
The usual security is not. They don't really be doing it. So usual security goes around the outside, and then the cops will handle anything that happens on the inside. So I mean, like if someone calls the cops, it should be. They're there within a couple minutes. When I say a couple minutes, I mean like. I've seen police zip past me while I'm going into Bridgewater Mall. Zip. And they're right down the street.
That's crazy. Because, like, I don't know. Like, situations like this really get me tight. Because it's like, you got there right when the tussle started. Like, there's, like, the second they hit the ground, you guys were pulling them off. So that means you were there already.
Yep.
And it's like, so if that happens, that means you saw a majority of what happened. And you still pull the white kid off, put him sit down. And then you're going to need the black kid in the back. Like, that is so wild to me. We in Jersey, bro.
To say.
We like in Jersey.
I was
the way it's set up.
8th grade.
Slap up that little boy, you see.
The way Bridgewater Mall set up, they probably did see it.
What was the size
when they were running there?
No, they were about the same size.
They're about the same size.
No, the black kid was shorter though.
Yeah, he's an 8th grader.
A little bit.
And you got to remember too, like, black people country strong. So like, black kid was probably still stronger than the white kid.
No, but that's what I'm saying. He thought like he could beat him, and it was just like, bro, I'll show you a little 2-piece if you want.
I would slap him one good time.
Stuff like
sit down.
Stuff like that really gets me upset, yo. Anyhow, somebody would have done that to me, like, yo, you saw him getting in my face, and you gonna pull me off? I have to defend myself.
Right, but that's in that moment, it's like he wasn't resisting, but not to say that he should, but it's like that would make you want to, because it's like, I'm getting up now thinking, oh, the white kid is also handcuffed, and he looking at me like, Nah, B, that would get me more upset to be honest.
Yeah.
Nah, I would have started. What's the word? Corruckle. I would have started a corruckle right in the handcuffs. He started it. Go look at the cameras. I would have called down like, Allied, get Allied on the phone. Call them.
That kind of make it worse. Like,
I was just
it's
yeah,
like,
you know me ready. Be ready for call CEO
win
anytime.
regardless.
You just tell me, brother.
Call Allied, yo. There's no way y'all saw what was going on. They gonna handcuff me alone. Get out of here. Stuff like that really vexed me, yo.
I was on that safety call this week. That manager, that director, sweating bullets. Sweating bullets.
Yo, because there's no way you can look at the whole situation and still blame just me when I'm at the bottom of the pile too. Come on now. Yeah, you got to do better. Cops, you have to do better. Like, I know a lot of cops. I did my town, exactly. I don't know other cops in other towns, but I know the cops in my town, and I'm telling y'all, please, if y'all listening to this, don't put us on the map like that. Please, I beg you, do better. Because anyhow I find out my cops in my town was acting like this, I'm calling you guys personally, and I'm gonna slap you through the phone because that's disrespectful. Just do better. Cops on a whole just have to do better. Because there's no way, like, of course, people say not all cops are bad, clearly, and a lot of cops are actually good. But in this situation, just do better. Grace, the mic is gone, so we couldn't hear you. But just
you don't know who to trust. Like, even if it's a good cop, like, all the bad cops put a bad taste in everyone's mouth.
That's rough. Because
I was pulled over last week. Oh, Shaay doesn't want to hear my story. Okay.
Is this the story you called about? This is the story you called about? And you told me on the phone? Yes, because I'm the only one that answered. I know.
Yes, Shaay was the only person that answered to make sure.
I also answered. Don't be disrespectful.
When did you answer?
I answered.
You hung up mid-story.
I hung up mid-story.
So really, it doesn't count. I know.
As you said, no.
Thank you. I'm a good friend.
As you said, so I got pulled over by the cops. I hung up.
So he didn't care.
And it wasn't intentional. It just happened.
It wasn't intentional because he never called back.
He didn't.
But by the time I tried to ring you, it was
because we were still on the phone. You did lie because we was on the phone for a good 15
because
minutes.
Christian people is listening to this. I can't say what I really want to say on here. When we come off a line, remember. Please remember.
Oh yeah,
anyway. Yo, man, I lived in Plainfield for 30 years, yo.
His whole life, he's only 30.
My whole life I've lived in Plainfield. Okay?
So
I lived in this one house for
the
30
same house,
years.
On the same street.
Same street.
Same stop sign.
Same stop sign.
Same stoplight.
Same stoplight.
Same curve. Same potholes.
Everything.
Same bad internet price.
Yeah, the bad service.
Same must tree at the side of the house.
Go on the street, 7th Street. Go down on 7th Street, stop in a Sister Mary.
Why
in front of Sister Mary
your
church.
whole GPS location? Like,
in a business. Anybody want to come look for me? Come look for me.
Teeth up your dogs.
As a matter of fact, take the dogs and take my truck, please.
You can't. You just get the plastic truck.
You have the dogs have a chip now, so anywhere that go,
they always had the chip.
They gonna return them as quick as they take
just
them.
Can't find. They couldn't find the login. Yeah, I had to search across America for the blasted login.
Pull me over, right? I went on the window. I said, "Yo, how can I help you?" He's like, "License and registration." I said, "What I do?" He's like, "I can't tell you till I get your license and registration." I was like,
"No, don't act surprised now because you're on the phone."
Nothing don't go
on the phone, and you didn't listen.
And so
he acted surprised now.
Right, and so I finally give him the license and registration. Homeboy is like, I pulled you over because you made a turn on a no turn on red. No turn on red. I said,
yo, they would pull me over every day,
sir. There's no turn on red sign back there. Yeah, man, there is. I said, sir, I live here for 30 years. There's no turn on red on that block. On the opposite side of the street, there's a no turn on red sign. In get quiet. The black man, while him talk to me, the black youth I play with the dog living in the back of a car. Like, no sense. So I said to him, we can go back to the scene. It's no problem. Let's go back.
Gonna reverse down the street.
Right. You have a good night. Don't play me, man.
Yeah.
Don't
Maybe it's
play
time for
me.
you to move out of Plainfield.
I know.
Yo, speaking of getting pulled over in Plainfield, I got pulled over once, right?
Yo, I get pulled over all the
time.
So I got pulled over in Plainfield. Right? So the funny thing is, right? I think this was like 3-4 years ago. So I think that I got pulled over because I think my headlight was out, right? So the cop pulled me over, right? So, you know, I'm minding my business. So I knew my headlight was out. So when she pulled me over, I turned my headlight completely off, like just turn it off because I didn't want her to see it and add it on to whatever. So she walks up, takes a sweet time, stops, looks, you know, keeps coming up, and she goes, "Hey, do you know why you got pulled over?" I was like, "To be honest with you, I have no clue. Like, let me know." So she stops and she goes, "You were driving extremely too fast," and I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, you were going like 40 and a 25." I was like, I don't recall that, but that's fine. I apologize. It won't happen again. Like, I usually pay attention, especially in these towns over here. I don't want to get pulled over for nothing. And she's like, "Okay, yeah, you're good. Just don't worry about it. Just please don't drive so fast." I said, "Yeah, no problem." So she walks off, right? And then I looked through my rearview mirror and her headlight was out. And I think she realized that while she was walking up and said, "I can't pull him over for this if my headlight's out." So she just made up some foolishness talking about, "Oh, you was going 40." And I was like, I was nowhere I was going 40, especially with a road with that many potholes. I was like, nah, you know my car already. There's no way I was doing
You have a heavy foot,
slow. I was driving not on streets with potholes. You know, some of your streets in Plainfield, some of those streets are bad.
No, not so.
On the east end, yes.
95% of them bad. Continue.
Yeah,
yo, your street, Don.
So I took my sweet time because I don't want to get a get a flat tire. So I was driving mad slow. No, your street compared to some of the other streets, like some of the ones near Front Street and
no, Front Street is
Carroll Road.
Here you cussing Don and you giving a
Carroll Road. That's the one.
Boo boo.
I say I go down there.
Some of these streets are bad, and I drive in Patterson pretty often. And some of the Plainfield streets leave Patterson in the dust when it comes to the roads being bad, yo.
No, because some of them have surprise depths to the potholes. Because they can be like shallow, deep. Boom. And I'm like, oh God, God, Judy, you're okay? We're not okay. We're not okay.
So I
you
think
start driving in silence after that.
You do, yo. Turn the music down, get off the phone, just look, and you have to
get off the phone.
High beams, you have to drive slow and pay attention because there's no way, yo.
I'm a true love laugh.
But yeah, like I think she realized her headlight was out and was like, "Yo, I can't pull him over." I'm like, "How you a copy your headlight out? You're telling me it just went out?" It had to, because there's no way you could leave the lot with one headlight. They would never let you leave the lot with one headlight. So I was like, man, get out of here, foolishness. But yeah, that was my story. Yeah. Any more racism tales? That wasn't racist.
Yes, I do. I have one.
Go ahead.
I have one. I got pulled over. I went to school at Stockton, which is deep South Jersey, almost
deep.
So Jersey is south from where she went to school.
Deep.
It was exit 35. There's still 35 exits
exit
below
2
me.
at
Thank
this
you.
point.
Exit 2 is Cape May. That's Delaware. Stop it. That's what I was saying. And I'm driving my dad's car. Thank you. He pulls me over and he's like, "Ma'am, you don't have any registration on this car." I said, "Pardon me?" I pull out the registration, which is valid, and I hand it to him. And he's like, "See me in court."
Wow.
I finished school this week. I'm not coming back down here for a court. So my dad said, go back down. He says, extend your stay, go down for court. I go into court and the judge is like, "Ma'am, what are you here for?" I said, he pulled me over and said my registration was invalid. I bring the letter I sent in. I bring the receipt. I bring it out. She said, "He gave you a ticket and told you to come to court?" I said, "Yeah." And she's like, "And you came?" I said, "A warrant is what we have on the line here. A warrant." She said, "Ma'am, I'm very sorry that you wasted your time today. Very sorry, because you clearly have a valid registration. Case is dismissed. I was in court that day for 4 hours. 4 hours of wasted time.
Yo, I went with Don one time.
Sorry, I didn't think you were gonna say that.
Yo, we got there, right? So when we saw the public defender, Don was going to jail at this point. When we saw the public defender, he had on the big suit jacket, long pants, big like his
anyhow they have a big everlasting suit on.
Briefcase. What is in the briefcase? You didn't even know Donovan's name. What is in the briefcase? Like, you're doing a lot. You're doing a lot. Once I saw him, I said, yeah, sorry for you, Don. See you in 2 years.
Let me give you guys the backstory to that. I hit a man.
You gotta tell me.
You can't do stuff like that.
No,
yo.
please.
You cannot do stuff like that.
I hit a man.
I can't breathe. He said it 3 times.
I hit a black man. I hit a black man on a bike. That's what I did.
Continue.
The van skidded, and Lord, may I try to stop the van. And the man just a comment, and he see the van now stop, and he still a ride the bike home. So what you gonna get? You're gonna get licked down. So I'm here.
No.
Yo, you're done. No more.
The van stop after that.
Laughing. Please don't take me away.
The van stop after that. And so no, they get out that vehicle and say, "Yo, you all right, man? You all right? He said, "Yeah, I'm all right. I was like, "All right."
Oh my god.
That's that. I'm out. What? Lo and behold,
You fled the scene of the crime.
I get down. I asked him, man, if you're all right. Anyway, lo and behold, I get down Grant Avenue. I was whoop, 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 with the lights. I was like, oh man, I thought he said he was all right. I thought he said he was all right. Cop was like, how do you leave the scene of an accident? I'm like, the man said he was all right. He was limping away, but he was all right.
Don't feel bad.
Honestly, he knew money was involved, but he never showed up to court. You know? I won.
You're a killer.
You can't walk.
You're a Kobo killer. You're.
So that was my first incident of a hit and run.
The first?
Actually, second. The second one wasn't marked.
All right, so next topic.
At this point,
Grace, just move the
You want to
mic.
hear the second one?
No, we don't.
Grace,
I am actually in very
No.
interested.
beg you, no.
This was back in the day before,
Yes.
I had my license.
No.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Before you had your license.
Be quiet.
I was driving dirty.
Please do not kill off Shami tonight. Holy Ghost. All right,
Because
let's-
what?
Oh,
Nah,
Christ.
I hit somebody in the back.
Done.
Okay.
Donovan.
You being so open tonight. We're gonna ask you to
Donovan.
close yourself, okay?
Yeah.
Close your book. Close the Donovan Moody book.
Donovan.
I'm asking you kindly, please.
The best part about it is Jesus saved me. That's we thank God.
We're grateful that Jesus saved, but you
We
need to stop
praise.
talking. You need to stop talking. Done.
If there's
Do
any
not say-
lawyers on
do
here,
not say
please, I
nothing
beg you,
else.
Don't come after me, cause me broke.
Exactly. You don't
I
have no
broke bad.
attorney who's about don't have no attorney. Stop the talking.
Oh, I have a good attorney.
Not call his name.
Can't afford him, but I have a good one.
Say no,
Yeah, next story, boy. Go on, man.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, last story for the day is actually pretty funny to me, at least. It's wild what happened. So, I love sports. the one sport that I can't get behind
Sorry.
is college basketball. Can't do it. Can't watch it. But this story, while Shaay still cries and wipes her eyes away, this story was hilarious because
you're really an idiot.
Yeah, Donna's really dumb too. But this story was actually pretty funny because it was between Michigan and either Wisconsin or Arkansas. I don't remember which team, but Michigan Wolverines and then the Wisconsin Badgers or something like that. So they're playing basketball, and Wisconsin, I think, is up like 18 at the end of the game. So Michigan, Juwan Howard is their head coach, former NBA player that played like 60 years in the NBA. Like that man was in the NBA for mad long. Like my entire life, he was in the NBA until like two years ago. So he was in the NBA for mad long. So he became a head coach of his alma mater. So he's there, the head coach, and his team is down like 18 at the end of the game, and the head coach of the other team is like calls a timeout because he couldn't inbound the ball, and like he was worried about it being like a whatever the half court time limit in the NBA. It's 8 seconds. I don't know what it is in college. So he calls a timeout, and Juwan Howard is upset because he's like, y'all are up 18. Like, why are you calling timeouts to bring the ball up? Like, you're coaching too hard at this point. We already lost the game. There's a minute left in the game. There's no way we're scoring 18 more points than you in 1 minute. It's not possible. So there he's like, whatever. So at the end of the game, the coaches usually go and shake hands. He is like about to walk past the coach of, I'm gonna just say Wisconsin. It feels like it's Wisconsin. And the coach stops him. He's like, hey, good game. And he points in his chest and he was like, oh, remember that, blah, 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 blah. So then they start arguing. He's like, no, let me defend myself. So all the coaches and then the players get involved and they're trying to break up the spat, whatever. So then the head coach of Wisconsin is out. He's like off to the side or whatever like that. So then the assistant coach gets in the middle of the scrum and starts yelling and blah, 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 blah. So all you see is Juwan Howard hand come over the top and just move to the side of his head.
Oh my God.
And it was weird because I don't think he wanted to slap him. Like it looked like he was coming over the top to grab his head, but then he realized like, nah, and then he turned his hand and then deep down and slapped him. No, because you can't close hand anybody, or that's like an automatic like suspension for like long. But if you slap somebody, it's like 1 or 2 games. But coaches should not be slapping anybody. So he comes over the top and just boom. And then the funny thing is he had the nerve to say, oh, he was touching me and I felt like I had to defend myself. Everybody was like,
lie.
That man is like a 30-year size. Like, what are you talking about? Defending yourself. Like, it was pretty funny, but it was like, so people were up in arms. Like, why is he not apologizing after the game? He keeps saying he had to defend himself.
Because he's not sorry.
What is he doing? That's disrespectful. I feel like that is I feel like that's he's getting away because he's black, and if a white guy did that, he would have got fired already. Yep. And I'm sitting there like, what?
We deserve to get away.
Operations.
Okay, we deserve to get away.
No, because I thought the same thing. I said
we deserve to get away.
Because it was all over. Because like it's a weird time in sports right now where it's like the NBA was on its all-star break. Football just ended. Baseball is delayed because they're in CBA talks, which is like trying to get a new contract for stuff like that. Don't say thank God because I'm miserable.
I love college basketball. I don't know how you don't love college basketball.
The way college basketball monopolizes ESPN on a daily is just utter disrespect.
I love it.
Maybe next month, this time when March Madness is in full swing and we're watching the tournament, yeah, I can get behind that. But right now, when it doesn't really matter, you have to
watch it. You have to watch.
No.
You have to keep up with it to know. You have to keep up with it to know how to make your brackets for March Madness.
Nope.
You can't just go in picking willy-nilly.
Because you're not going to win regardless. There's upsets every year, so you're not going to win anyway.
Shane, come on.
You might as well just make
You can't just go in thinking you can make educated guesses based on,
I know enough. I know enough about the teams.
Yeah. I know enough about the college basketball teams, miserable.
The games make me miserable. Every time I turn on ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, ESPN, like college basketball can't be on every one of them. Turn it off. Jesus.
When it's baseball time, we don't vex.
I'm a big Yankee and Nets fan. So then I turn on Yes Network, which is Yankees Entertainment and Sports. And you turn it on, you got college basketball on that too. Like, there's no way. There's no way.
If there's no Yankees playing, what you want?
Nets magazine. No. I'll watch Yankees magazine and Nets magazine 20 times over before I watch a Yale versus Providence game. I don't care. It's the most frustrating thing, yo. So this whole story about Juwan Howard really had me weak because people were like calling for him to get fired, and they were like, "Oh, the longer it takes for him to apologize is more likely he's gonna get fired." And then people tried to bring the race card into it, talking about a white coach, if he ever slapped somebody like that, he would have got fired a long time ago, but blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting there like, yo, people are really wilding, because there's no way you could look at this situation and say, if a white coach would have got fired for slapping somebody like that. I was like, that really got me tight. Because I'm like, yo, this is apparently the race episode, but I'm sitting there like, yo, that's really dumb, because there's no way. Like, the slap was funny though. I'm gonna show you guys a video of the slap. He really came over the top and was like, boom, and just poof, right across the side of his head. And yeah, so he got suspended for the rest of the regular season, which is only 5 games. Yeah, but it's enough, because if they make the tournament, you're not about to go in. They can't punish him that much.
They're not gonna go into the tournament without him. They'll drag
so everyone's saying he should have got, he's lucky it happened now, because if it happened on the last game of the season, he would have still had to get suspended for the 5 games, and they would have lost him in the tournament and blah, blah, blah. But that's not important, because, it's college basketball. Like I said, I could care less, but just the story as a whole was just hilarious. Like, it really had me weak, and I'm sitting here like, yo, this man really came over the top. And then you see some of the players got suspended because they was throwing hands. I mean, full on hands in that pile. Yeah, and he just because he's mad tall,
but they don't care.
He was an NBA power forward center, like he's tall, so you see the hand come over the top, just boof right across his head. I said, Jesus. Yeah, but
please send the video. I need to laugh.
It was funny. So yeah, that's really it. I don't know if you guys have anything else.
I can't bother laugh again. Please, I beg.
That might be it for episode.
My abdominal hurts.
She was really weak this episode.
No, because I'm really out here incriminating.
Even before I had a license.
Because who asked you to?
Donovan is SpongeBob.
What?
What I learned in building school is
sweet child.
Oh, Don. What a laugh.
Good things, good times.
Okay, sorry. I'll stop laughing.
I remember the times Donovan used to drop me home and he was falling asleep behind the wheel.
Stop telling lies. I do not do that.
Yo, Shane, sign us out.
Don, you really gotta stop, because you might not have actually fallen asleep, but you make it seem like you're falling asleep.
Yo, Grace.
Pick up the mic, Grace. I can't hear Grace.
Remember, you're married.
You be like, I'm not sleeping. Wide awake. I'm not sleeping.
It's really bad.
I'm not sleeping.
Because I'm not.
Your eyes be dead shut. You don't see the light turn from red to green. But you're not sleeping.
Give me the mic. You just stop your
crap.
When you ever see me sleeping and driving, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Go on, Devon. When?
You have slept and driven many a times.
When?
Many a times.
When?
Like, for instance, one time you had to drive me home from, I don't remember what it was, but Kayla was in the bus, and I think Shabay was in the bus.
Really go. I was not there. Stop putting me in the bus.
All right, fine. You stay in
You know who was this, because we talked about this
whatever
2 weeks ago.
But Kayla was in the bus, and she feared for her life, so much so that I had to drive the rest of the way home. Donovan had to come inside and sleep for like 10 minutes, and then he went back on the road to get home. And I waited until he got home just for Kayla's safety, because this nigga wanted to sleep on the road.
Oh my God. Yeah, we be outside. That's more of the story.
inside.
I used to go on those trips before I even really like knew Davon like that. It was like, yo, we out to New York.
I must commend Donovan though. We drove through the longest snowstorm of our life.
Oh my
good
gosh.
story.
Donovan, you
Donovan don't know how to do
drive
nothing,
up.
boy.
My arm was out the window.
Yo,
Out the window.
that was a day because we had our regional Christmas banquet. And we get there, and after like being there for an hour, like people mid-meal, they're like, "Hey guys, we're gonna end early because a snowstorm is coming." So
You
please
should have never had the event.
go home. So of course we had to pack up because we were the musicians for the day. So we had to pack up all the equipment and all the sound and all that stuff while everybody's already halfway home. We're still packing up. So we pack up, we get in the church van, and then it's like, all right, let's go now before the snowstorm hit. So we leave. And then we stop at like the gas station or like the rest stop for like snacks, like chips or something like that. And then we get back on the road and then the snow start. And I mean, it took us 8 hours to get home on just 95 in Jersey. So it was so bad that we're going probably 20 miles an hour. The windshield wipers aren't working. So Davon stuck his head out the passenger side window with the little ice scraper and is scraping the windshield in the middle of the snowstorm, and Don's like, "Yeah, right there, I can't see. Go, go, go!" And we're in the back, like, "Yo, we really about to die out here. We're really about to die."
No,
and
that was gonna die.
Was that
on the bridge?
Whose church bus was that? Was that y'all?
Winston.
If they were on the bridge.
Englewood church bus, and that was something else that day.
And I brought that ship right back into place. Not a scratch.
So it was funny because when we got back, the snow stopped by the time we got back. And when we got back, we just walked up the Ave and we were like, let's get some Chinese food. And we got Chinese food and went to the church house and just sat there.
Blessed Chinese food to eat.
Yeah.
It was so bad that I had bought Laffy Taffies and I was reading the jokes off of the Laffy Taffies in the bus just to keep us entertained and all of us staying awake.
We left at what, like 4? And we got home at midnight. I was like, yo, never again. If there's snow coming, just cancel the whole thing because I'm not driving. It wasn't
like it was nearby. It was wholly Delaware. Wholly Delaware.
And it's not like close Delaware. Take an hour and a half to get there. It's like 3 hours Delaware, like Dover. So like we're deep into Delaware, basically Maryland. It's like, all right, let's drive back home now. And then we stop for food. Like, what sense did that make to stop for the chips? Get gas and let's go. Like, we should have just took off and came right back.
It's a good thing we didn't. That we would have been bare bones by the time we reached back to Inglewood.
Or you could have gotten to Inglewood faster.
That was a night. So, yeah. Episode 7. Yes. 7. Kaay, where can they find you?
They can find me at KAAY_MS. And that's also TikTok, and you can find the Spicy Sisters at Spicy Bunch. The Spicy Bunch. They want fix your face because people cuss you on the next pod. So.
Exactly. Shaay, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at the Curly Shaay. That's Shaay with 2 A's, and also on Instagram at the Info T. That's .T.
Speaking of that, it's Friday and there's no episode this week.
There will be no episode this week. It was a rough week.
Unacceptable.
We'll be back in action next week. There'll be 2 episodes next
You're
week.
3 episodes in. Unacceptable.
You have to drop the question.
I need you to push through.
The episode, I recorded it and GarageBand deleted it. There will be no episode this week. So just going
to
re-record.
You should have called us. We could have filled in. The man.
I just want a reason. I just want an opportunity.
Yes, we need an opportunity.
They're not going to be on to episode 10 as her manager.
We need an opportunity.
I'm thinking episode 6. They were on 3.
That's
I'm thinking you guys
far.
6. No, it's not. I'm on episode 4. 4, 5, 6. 4 and 5 will be out next week. You guys will be on episode 6.
Within due time. They will be. I have no reason to be there.
Davon, you will be on episode 6. Cut the crap. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Yeah. I think that's it. Sounds good.
Any crossover episode that we do will be on our YouTube. Just letting you guys know in the future. So in full transparency, episode 3 with the spicy bunch is on our YouTube. If you want to go listen to it, if you want to go watch it, it's there. If you want to listen to it, go on all the streaming platforms. It's on there in full transparency. It's the one with the glass, the little wine glass.
The little wine glass. Not like this one with the stem.
It's that with the stem. Yeah, same color and everything.
Not it.
D, where can they find you?
You can find me. Anyway, Kayla. D, that's D with 3 E's, .Samuels on Instagram. You can find OJ Sikipu at What's name again? Simbaniel.
Wait, he's still there. We thought he walked away.
I thought he went to lay down.
I thought he went to go lay down. That is funny.
No, I'm actually a lay down over the side. Simba Neil on IG.
Simba like the lion.
Simba like in Lion King, and Neil like Neil. Anyways, OD Creations on Instagram. That's OD_creations. Instagram, TikTok, and follow our page on Facebook. Thank you.
Davon, where can they find you?
You can find me at DMark @27.
You have to look still. It's been there for
I still
5
have to
months
look
now.
because it changes.
He said you who last week?
He said on the you. Go ahead.
And you can find me on the...
she was weak last week.
What are you trying on the you?
Listen, we're gonna make up a new social media.
Oh no, like
All
Trump,
right.
Like you saying Yahoo.
like Trump making his new thing. Go ahead. We're not gonna talk about
And Blackwood Media Productions at YouTube. I hate all of you guys because a blasted word in my brain.
No.
And you can find me on Facebook too. I'm going to make
about to say you can find me on Hinge.
Think of y'all. I'm leaving the podcast. Screw all y'all. Leaving the podcast.
The funny thing is, while Shabay is really over there weak. The funny thing is, Davon really has one video, a couple videos that have mad views, but he has one video in particular on his YouTube that has 16,000 views on it.
Christ.
So yeah, he's doing big things. He has almost 600 subscribers, just for him singing. His what's the
guys? If you didn't know,
Sweet Anointing.
You're watching us from any of those other countries that isn't the US. Go and watch Davon sing. And listen
Just like
to
that.
Sweet Anointing. That is his signature song. We will be taking bookings. You have to pay for all of our tickets. That's 8 tickets, international flight. And we take business class seating. Thank you, respectfully. And our accommodations. Okay, thank you. Hit us up at the Who's About at Gmail.
At
Who's About podcast at gmail.com.
I don't know if the whole podcast is
He only sings Sweet Anointing. It's like $300 an hour.
$300 each time. And if someone says encore, it doubles.
Another 300 for the encore.
Yeah.
So
I'm thinking about making a Twitter, by the way.
Make a Twitter. It's the dark side, though.
Yeah.
I want to make a poll on the Who's About Instagram and see if I should make a Twitter and see what the people say.
It's the dark world.
We don't have followers
where can
like
they
that
find
yet. So
you?
it's Grace and Donna. We're going to circle.
Yep.
Find me at Grace_Gracie_.
Hi, dogs.
And you can find Donovan at His Name Is Man.
You don't ever plug your dogs. You wanted them to be
And
famous.
you can follow my Banty Embarrassed.
So enthusiastic.
So loud.
Why should I have to look it up? You don't care about that.
Banty
Bears.
It's Banty.
Their Instagram is Banty_bear times 2 because there's 2 of them. And you can follow them on TikTok, Barely Banty-bable.
That's the
She
name.
really thought that was cute.
You watch Bantan in the background on the couch.
That's me, name man. That me, M-I, name man.
People was probably searching M-E.
It's MINAMEMON. That's
Not
it's supposed to be like how a Jamaican would say man, but like MON. Okay. You can find me at that's _Shane, like that's _Shane. On Insta and Twitter.
Yes, Grace.
And you can find me at Shaniac the Helmer on YouTube for my personal one, and Shaniac the Helmer _YT on TikTok. My sports podcast, D-Rod and Shaniac Sports Pod. We talk Yankees, Knicks, Nets, Giants, Patriots.
Soon to be college basketball.
We will never.
When you gonna invite me on so I can talk about
I'm gonna start.
You talk about Jesus.
I'm gonna start sending y'all DMs to ask y'all to talk about college basketball.
And we'll do it for 20 minutes.
Have me on there to talk about March Madness. Ooh, yes.
No. I cannot
I'm gonna
do
send
it.
a message.
So yeah, and then like I said earlier at the beginning of the episode, follow us on at the Who's About Pod on Gmail, on Insta and on Twitter and TikTok. You can also follow us, subscribe on YouTube. For those that are listening to this and not watching it, and then for those that are watching it, he does not care. Watch him. And then for those that are watching it, make sure you also just, if you're gonna watch it, but then stream it from the streaming platforms on your phone.
Look at that.
So that's about it.
Put him down. Big old dog. Put him down.
Yeah. That's about it. Episode 7. We have been your peoples.
Yes, sir.
I like to say I've been your boy, but I'm not the only one on the podcast. There's a lot of us. So we have been your peoples. Yeah, that's about it. See you guys in the next one.
Yes, sir.
Later.